The senator made a very moving and eloquent speech as a son of the Confederacy, acknowledging that it was time to change and yield to a position that Senator Carol Moseley Braun raised on the floor of the Senate, not granting a federal charter to a organization made up of many fine people who continue to display the Confederate flag as a symbol, and the charter was to give them the right, the imperator of the federal government, to do that.
Another topic. Paul Ryan this week said, quote, if a person wants to be the nominee of the Republican Party, there can be... Another topic. Paul Ryan this week said, quote, if a person wants to be the nominee of the Republican Party, there can be no evasion and no games. They must reject any group or cause that is built on bigotry. He was talking about you.
But I've rejected. How many times do I have to reject? I've rejected David Duke. I've rejected the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. From the time I'm 5 years old, I rejected them. I put it on Twitter last week. How many times? You know, it's an amazing thing with Twitter. I have 6 million, more than 6 million, and I have another 6 million with Facebook. I have like 13 or almost 14 million with Instagram. When I put out a minor message, everybody picks it up. Donald Trump just tweeted something very unimportant. Let me just explain. When I put out that I reject KKK and David Duke, nobody picks it up. You know why they don't? Because they don't want to pick it up. They pick it up. You pick it up. Everyone else picks it up. You saw simultaneously, practically at the same time. They don't want to pick it up. Now, I have been asked this question so many times. I have rejected it so many times. In fact...
What do you think about Ryan saying that, though? That's, I guess, my question.
I don't know. Well, don't forget, he's getting a lot of his information from you guys. So when I tweet about a rejection, almost right after that show ended, because maybe I wasn't clear or something. I mean, how many times do I have to say it? Don't forget, I told CNN when Chris Christie endorsed me, very good endorsement, and one of the questions, that question was asked, and I rejected it there. That news conference was like a day before. So I said to myself, how many times do I have to reject or disavow?
Let me ask you this question. What about David Duke is saying to his supporters and followers, vote for Donald Trump. White supremacists are saying, vote. Do you want those votes?
No, I don't want them, and I don't want him to say it. I can't help if he says it, but I don't want it, and if he says it, John, if he says it, he says it, okay? Do I want it? No.
And do I want the supporters?
No, I don't want anything.
What do you think of white supremacists, by the way?
I don't like any group of hate. Hate groups are not for me. But I've said this before. The press hates me to say it. They just don't want to pick it up.
You're thinking a little bit more about the general election. In December of last year, you said, talking about Hillary Clinton, you said, we view this as war. And then you asked the audience, don't we view this as war? Do you still view an election campaign against Hillary Clinton as war?
A little bit, yeah. Look, it's highly competitive. The last person she wants to run against is me. I can tell you that. I know that. And, you know, it's sort of interesting. One of your competitors said, I know that Hillary Clinton wants to run against Donald Trump. And I called him, I said, listen, here's the story. If they say they want to run against me, that means they don't want to run against me. Do you understand that? Because that's the way, it's like a game of chess. But I know for a fact, and you know for a fact, the last person she wants to run against is me. I've won numerous polls against Hillary, and I haven't even started on Hillary. I only had one brief moment 4 weeks ago. And because of that moment, Hillary went way, way down, and Bernie got credit for it. They said he was running a great campaign. Had she not given me that moment with her and Bill, Bernie would not be nearly as close. Now, Bernie's not going to win, okay, anyway. But she went way down in that period of time. And the last person she wants to run against is me, and I will tell you, I will beat her. And I beat her in a lot of polls, as you know, but people don't say that.
All right, Mr. Trump, we're going to have to leave it there. We've run out of time. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
It's a mind game, right? You let the Democrat Party, you let the mainstream media trick your mind in believing President Donald Trump never denounced white supremacy, KKK. But Joe Biden supported the KKK. So the man y'all call racist, denounced it. The man y'all love, Joe Biden, black people, he praised the KKK. Military mind games. Y'all keep on falling for it because y'all plantation minded, emotional, weak